Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you everyone for joining in today. For today's satsang, we have a lot of guests and a special guest, Lakshmi. And I will introduce her a little bit later when our talk starts. So with that, maybe Srini, can we go ahead with your talk on faith versus free will?
Yes. Again, good morning, good evening to all. Hari Om. So this is in continuation to the discussion we had regarding our visit to Swamiji's, Swami P and Swami G. And one of the question which kept lingering me was this faith versus free will. So I always had this doubt of whether our life is being run either through this prarabdha, or is there this free will acting at different occasions and then trying to change the course of our life. So basically I put this question to both the Swamijis, and Swami P also was very clear that initially we start teaching people that there is something called free will, and later on as you mature you will understand that there is no free will and the entire life is being run by only prarabdha. And the same question I put to Swami G also, and he also emphasized that at any occasion whenever you are trying to take a decision, so it is a mixture of faith and free will. So this kept even more impacting me to find out what exactly happened in my life to really understand whether my life is being driven by faith or free will. So I did a self analysis of myself, and there are three events which I want to just describe here, and I leave it to this team also to correct me if I'm wrong, that whether faith is acting or the free will is actually acting on this. And finally, I will conclude by a mail which I had sent to Swami G, and his answer also was very very interesting, which which I will share it here. So three overarching incidents in my life. Of course, many incidents are also there. The first incident almost happened in the year 1976. When I was almost 6 to 7 years old. And this incident is the incident which kept always coming back to me, like why this particular incident happened. So I'll briefly describe what happened. So there used to be a cobbler in our colony, so he used to come and do our shoe repair work and all that. So in fact my mother had called him to do some shoe repair work. So he is known to us, and then he did this shoe repair work, and then my mother was trying to pay him some money, and he refused to accept the money, saying that it is not enough, I want more money. But my mother insisted that this is what I can give, and she kept saying you go away, and she left the place. But I found this cobbler standing at our door outside, and I was watching this entire incident. I don't know what struck me. Those days we used to have this, Pond's, powder dabba, where I used to collect money. It used to be kept as my piggy bank. I don't know what pushed me. I just went to that my place, and then picked up this Pond's dabba, and whatever coins was lying in that, I then the whole coins I put it into that cobbler's hands. So I didn't know what pushed me to do this. Okay, so my mother again was watching all this, and I got a severe bashing on that day. So why I'm trying to quote this incident is, all along after this incident, this I'm trying to relate it with dharma, because as I am into Bhagavad Gita, see, this is where the dharma begins. So wherever in my life, even after that incident, I've been very generous in handing money to people, money or service or whatever it is. So so this is the first incident. Does this happen through a free will at all? So this value of dharma or dharmam, helping others, has been consistently happening in my life, and to the extent of my parents and my wife chiding me also, saying that why you are giving so much away, you need to control this. And Swami ji also was saying that certain things you will take it to a larger level, but at times you need to control this. So this was one incident which happened, which always was lingering in my mind, and I was trying to assimilate whether this particular incident is a part of prarabdha, which because of my previous janma I am able to do this, or is it a free will which is pushing me to do this. So my conclusion here is some force is pushing me to do this. So this is incident number one. Okay, incident number two, I always have this obsession of punctuality. uh, I don't know why. I always wanted to be in a place much before the time, and this was my personal obsession. I didn't know why I developed this punctuality habit at all, right? And then wherever I go, I almost go half an hour, 1 hour earlier and try to be there on time. Okay, and recently I found Swamiji, Swami P, and even the other Swamis are very very particular of punctuality. And especially I've heard Swamiji says more than 10 to 15 times on punctuality, and saying no, we Indians are not really punctual. If you are not even going to a place on time, at least try to inform the other party that you are not coming there on time, and try to make this more comfortable to them. So this is another obsession, okay, which developed in me. I can never be to a place late. If somebody has given me a date, or if somebody has given me a time, I have to reach that place before time. It is almost like an obsession. Okay, so recently what happened was, I was discussing with the family, and again I came to know the same habit was followed by grandfather. Okay, so my grandfather, he was actually working in the railways. Okay, and whenever he has to catch a train, he almost goes 2 hours earlier and sits at the station, and then waits for the train to come. So people also used to make a fun of him. Why you are going so early? You are in the railways. You can stop the train so that you can even catch the train. But he always says, what I'm going to do, instead of sitting here, I'll go and sit there. Okay, so that is what is used to be his argument. So here again, I was trying to analyze, and I found that I think some genetic obsession is there, which has caught into me, and that is why I'm also very obsessed with maintaining punctuality. And last 20 years, 20 25 years, I've been working very closely with Japanese, and I'm amazed, the time management by Japanese. They are never late for any meeting, any discussion or any place. And being with them, and being punctual has actually given me some benefits in the company also, that like they say, oh, Srini is the only Indian who comes on time. Okay, so that is that is one popularity which I have gained in my office. So this is the second thing which again I feel, how come a free will can generate this value. Okay, it is a punctuality is a value. In fact, I've been trying to do the other free will of trying to being there on time. Still I'm not able to do that. The free will doesn't allow me to be there on time. I'm always ahead of time, maybe half an hour, 1 hour. So this is the second thing which again I'm trying to find out whether it is a part of the free will or the prarabdha. Okay, incident number three. Okay, this is happened in the year 1992-93, and I was in my first assignment in office, and it was in Chennai, and we decided to go to Tiruvannamalai. So that was almost 33 years back. So I didn't know about Tiruvannamalai, I didn't know about Arunachala, and being in Chennai, I didn't know this, and I went to Tiruvannamalai, and along with the temple, we also had a visit of the Ramana Maharshi ashram, and of course, I picked up a few books from there. And since then, I've been very very closely attached with Ramana Maharshi, his teachings, his ideas, whatever was there. I used to keep learning it from time and again. So almost 33 years is my association with Ramana Maharshi, and I try to understand his teaching and all that. So not only Ramana Maharshi as a guru, in fact, I do not know if he is my inspirational guru, but as a guru, he always was there as a part of my mind, and then trying to improve my spirituality. So after this, I've been associated with many gurus, in the sense that Swami Rama or Radhanand Swami, okay, and so many gurus, Paramahamsa Yogananda, Yukteswar, and other gurus also kept coming into my life and going. And okay, recently, after getting into this Bhagavad Gita session, and thanks to all, there are two recent gurus, Swami P and Swami G, who has given a lot of influence in my life, given a lot of answers to my questions, many questions answered. And recently I found, whenever I get a doubt, whenever I try to do a mananam, the answer comes the next day or the very next day. I was discussing with Subbu also. I think these are all actions which happen over a period of time. So these three incidents, of course there are many incidents which are there to give more relationship, whether everything comes through a free will or through a prarabdha. So I always had this at the back of my mind, that whether the life itself is run by prarabdha or free will. And I found that certain things are getting influenced by prarabdha only. And even before a free will, I think the prarabdha comes and then influences your decision, is what is the final thought process here. And even after all these discussions, with the Subbu, with the Guns also, we had a lot of deliberations. And I had, written this mail to Swamiji. This was around, 10 days back, asking the same question, whether, Prarabdha is really, the culmination of free will. And Ramana Maharshi used to say that, there is no free will at all. Free will is not available. Prarabdha is there only on the samsara side. Free will is required for you to get into the jnanam. So, and after this, very interesting reply from Swamiji. He just said, Aryo, my blessings, it will take a lot of time to assimilate this, keep doing your mananam and you will finally understand this. So that's where this small talk ends. So I'm still trying to assimilate whether your entire life is being run by the prarabdha or the free will. And I think over a period of time, we will come to understand that the entire cycle is being run only by Bhagavan, and we are part of the players in this samsara. So with this, I will end this talk, leave the table open for discussion maybe later after Lakshmi's talk. And if somebody can give me more insights, it will be very helpful. Thank you. Hari Om to all.
Wonderful, Srini. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's good to hear about your insights on this. And definitely, if we have the time today, we will definitely. I would encourage everyone to ask questions to you and clarify. I definitely do have some questions, but we will continue with the next set of our program today, and then
Sure.
we will, if we have the time today, we will definitely pick this thread up.
Thank you.
There have been, it's a pretty insightful three incidents in your life that you've shared. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. So, sorry,
go
you're
ahead.
saying something?
I just put a note in the chat on Srini's punctuality. That's all.